Here we are playing Back to the Future on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Look at that title screen right there. That looks very, very promising. What a cool looking title screen. But that doesn't sound like Back to the Future's theme song, and that sucks. As you can see, you start in Hill Valley. Then eventually you make your way to the cafe right there, then the school, then the dance hall, and then whatever that building is right there. I used to own this game back in the day. Actually, still do own it. And I remember playing this game, trying to beat it over and over and over again. And it never dawned on me that this game actually has, like, absolutely no resemblance whatsoever to the actual movie. I mean, first things first. That does not look like Marty McFly. Now, I don't recall Marty McFly using a bowling ball as a weapon either. Look at that. What the hell is that? And then you have this girl with the hula hoop who tries to stone you to death. And then you have this guy over here who has nothing better to do but to walk right into you and cause you to lose health or die. What an asshole. And then you have these two random guys carrying a sheet of glass, who you also must avoid because they will damage you if you walk into them. And then you have this really bizarre looking flying object. It's shit colored. I'm not sure if it's a bee. I'm not sure if it's a mosquito. I'm not sure if it's a bird. Or perhaps it's a drone that was sent from the future and it's smeared with shit. Is that what color it is? Look at it. With all seriousness, upon closer inspection, it does look like a bee. But from a distance, you can't tell. You also have a lot of random obstacles and objects that just appear right in front of you as you play the game, such as bowling pins, a barrel, and a lot of trash cans. You can also ride a skateboard, which will help you get to the end of the level faster, and as you can see here, it's easier said than done. You also must collect all these clocks right here in order to make it to the end of the level on time. When your time begins to run out, these faces start disappearing. And I believe that these faces are Doc, Marty, and someone else. I'm not sure who that third person is. But I remember a long time ago, when I played this game when I was younger, I always thought that these three were the Three Stooges. And then you had Lou's Cafe, where you had to throw pies at your enemy. I never could ever get past this level. This level sucked. No matter how hard I'd try, I would play this game over and over, and I would always get stuck at this level. And then every time you lose, this is what happens. And that actually might be the best part of the game. And as you can see, there's really not much from the actual movie that's in this game. This game seems like a game that already existed, and then they put the Back to the Future license on top of it. The game wasn't that good at all, but it was a very, very popular NES game back in the day. And then we have Back to the Future 2 and 3 together on one cartridge for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I have never played this before. What a cool looking title screen right there. Much like the first game had a cool title screen. Well, they actually have that in the game, which is pretty cool. So they kind of tie it into the movie a little bit. There's Biff. So far we're looking good. Oh, there's the DeLorean also. And they're trapping me off into looks like a platformer. It's kind of strange. What the hell happened to that building right there? It looks like I got trapped into Terminator 2 or something. Wrong movie! Alright, let's go explore. Well, that definitely didn't last long. What is that? Is that a bottle of beer? I'm gonna need it after playing this. Definitely have watched Back to the Future 2, and I do not remember a hamburger with feet. What the hell is that? Oh, wow, I don't have any weapons, so yeah, I will probably get killed by a hamburger. And whoa! Straight out of Super Mario, look at that thing. What the hell? Where did this DeLorean take me? As you can see, this has nothing to do with Back to the Future. What the hell? The bird shits! Did you see that? Oh my god, what the hell is that? What is that thing? I thought that was like a coin that you could actually collect. It killed me instead. Yeah, this game doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'll tell you what, the story leading up to going into the game actually looked good. It actually looked promising. Oh my god, that looks like you can actually walk on that. This game's so deceiving. I'll give them credit for one thing. That sorta looks like Marty McFly. A little bit. So they got that right. But yeah. Everything else... I mean, come on. It's a ball. It's a very fancy ball. I thought it was something that you can actually collect. But if you walk into it, you actually die. And yeah, you're seeing that correctly. That bird is shitting on everybody, including myself. And his shit actually bounces like a ball. I would imagine back in the day, if you popped this into your NES console, and you turned it on, the title screen looked awesome. The little storyline leading up to going into the game looked awesome. But as soon as you turn the game on and you end up right here, you probably popped that cartridge out so quick. You blew on the cartridge because you thought, okay, there's gotta be something wrong with this game. Put it back in, and nope, this is the game right here, unfortunately. Look, you even have a... What the hell? Is that a snail? How much LSD did the developer consume before he started developing this game? At least in Back to the Future Part 1 on NES. You knew what you were supposed to do. In this game, there is no logic whatsoever. And then we have Sega Master System version of Back to the Future 2, and quite often, what a cool looking title screen right there, quite often the Sega Master System does kick the ass of the NES, so let's see if it does it this time. The music definitely, much better. It actually sounds like the real thing. Surprised. You can see here, this is like a little demonstration of the actual computer playing this game, so before I even play the game, I'm just taking a look at all the graphics. I mean, look at this. It actually looks like the real thing. Suspecting that's Marty McFly right there, walking around. Alright, what the hell is that? Was that a ball? It's a weird demonstration. You have the Doc and Marty McFly and the DeLorean right there, and they're talking to each other. Alright, so they have like a little puzzle portion of the game as well, where you can actually see the actual band playing. That came straight out of the movie, so I'll give this game a little bit of credit so far. Now, while the music does sound like the actual music, it will make your ears bleed after a while, so you have to be careful with that. Don't get too excited. It's not healthy to listen to the music for too long. And as you can see here, there's a level where you have a hoverboard. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that actually looks like Biff's cart drove by. That's pretty cool. I have never seen this game before. Never even knew this game existed. But before we play the game, it does appear that the Back to the Future game on the Sega Master System definitely appears to be a little bit more fancier. Supposedly all the main characters are in this game as well, including Skinhead, which, yeah, just in case you haven't seen the movie, this is what Skinhead looks like. He's an actual real character. No, they did not put a Skinhead in the game. They have a lot of really cool looking graphics. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at this right here. That came right out of the movie. Look at that. That's actually pretty amazing for Sega Master System to pull off. And then you have Doc and Marty talking to each other. Alright, so here we are. What the hell? So yeah, this definitely is, I guess, from the movie. You have, assuming that was one of Biff's friends. I don't know what to do, to be honest, but the controls seem a little sloppy in this game. But yeah, that's the hoverboard at least. Alright, this game is definitely quite hard. It's very, very easy to die in this game. What the hell are you supposed to do? Man. Wow, what the hell? You gotta game over quick in this game. The first button does this, which I think is a punch. And the second button does that, a jump. Alright, so I'm assuming that we're supposed to punch that son of a bitch, but I can't do it. Try to jump over him. Can't do it. There's only one thing left to do. When all else fail, you cheat. Yeah, you saw that correctly. I jumped straight through that building, somehow. Because I'm Marty McFly. See a kid there playing with his remote control car. That's actually pretty cool. But imagine that somehow you're supposed to get to an end of this level, but then all of a sudden these bastards show up and they freaking kill you. Look how fast he goes after you. Look at that. And you get sent to the beginning of the level. But that's okay, because I can cheat my way back to where I was before. What the f... Are you kidding me? So yeah, Back to the Future 2 on the Sega Master System is very, very difficult, but at least it kind of ties into the movie, so I'll give it credit. And here we have Back to the Future 3 on the Sega Master System, and it has a very, very similar introduction to Part 2. Let's check this out right here. Look how fancy that is. Look at that. Back to the Future 3. Title screen. And once again, you have the cool Back to the Future music in the background, the actual real Back to the Future music. For a change, I mean, that's pretty cool. Unlike the NES games. Alright, let's push start, and yeah, it kind of does show graphics from the third movie, which I wasn't a huge fan of. There was actually only one movie they actually went back to the future, and that was the second movie. But this one, they went back to the past, and yeah, much like the 16-bit game of this, you have to ride a horse. Giddy up, you horse! Giddy up! What the hell? So once again, you have killer birds, but instead of shitting on you, they crash into you. So at least we can start off where we died at. What the hell was that? Was that a tomahawk? What the hell? What the hell's he doing? Did he fall asleep? Wait, it's working in my advantage. I don't know what's going on, but... yeah. What the hell? Tomahawk. That was a very impressive tomahawk headshot, by the way. You have some really, really pissed off Native American Indians in this game. We're not talking about Chief Tonto or Tatanka. We're talking about Chief, I'm gonna kill your ass. Alright, got this horse running wild. And what the hell is that? He went flying. Oh no, I just killed the horse. I don't give a shit about you, I care about the horse. I just ruined the whole movie. Here lies clear. I don't give a shit. My horse should have a tombstone. Not you. If you can get past the first stage, who knows what's going to happen to this game. This game is extremely difficult, but at least it ties into the movie. And then you have Back to the Future 3 on the Sega Genesis. I'm assuming that this game is probably the same as the Sega Master System version, and here's the title screen right here. Back to the Future 3 on the Sega Genesis, look at that. And there we have Doc and Marty. And yeah, as you can see right there, we have the freaking horse again. And I already crashed off the horse, so you have to... The tomahawk! You have to be careful, you have projectiles, you have to jump over everything. It's very, very difficult. It's so easy to die in this game, it's like insane. And much like the Sega Master System version, down on the bottom you can actually see the actual wagon heading towards the end of the cliff. And I'm guessing that's probably where you are right there, and you have to catch up to them. I have a feeling that I'm not the only one that plays this game bad. This game is very, very difficult, and it's honestly not that good of a game. Now, one thing that's interesting about the Genesis version is you have 3 buttons, so if you hit A on the Genesis controller, you actually have the option of shooting. I can actually exercise my Second Amendment. Now, unfortunately, on the Sega Master System version, I couldn't figure out how to shoot. Maybe you had to push both buttons together, I'm not sure. But there's only 2 buttons on the Sega Master System controller. Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. What the hell? Yeah, this game is mediocre. It's not really that good of a game. Then all of a sudden, you have this game right here. Back to the Future 2. Super Back to the Future 2 on the Super Nintendo. I never even knew this game existed. You want to know why? Because it never released in the United States. It only released in Japan. What the hell? So right there, you actually have characters that actually look just like the Back to the Future characters. And you have Doc right there. Look at that. I like how they kind of made them Japanese style, but they still look like the actual characters. You had the DeLorean right there. You can actually see the DeLorean flying in the sky. Look at that. So far, this is pretty damn awesome. Bam! You can see here I'm on a hoverboard. You can actually see that the graphics in the background are actually from the movie, which is pretty cool. But so far, this game is quite the interesting game. And the background music's actually very good. It really baffles me that this game released only in Japan when it's an American movie. And we've waited for so long to actually have a good Back to the Future game. And while this game may not be perfect, it's definitely much better than the previous Back to the Future game. So use your hoverboard as a weapon, I guess. Characters kind of remind me of something out of like Metal Slug or a Neo Geo style game. I've actually seen videos of this game being played, and yeah, it looks really, really fun. A really fun Back to the Future game for a change. That's pretty awesome. Look at that. That's actually... What the hell? I crashed. I believe you hold B button down, you go faster. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Bam. Bam. I'm getting good at this shit. It goes to show you that over in Japan, they got like so many games that we never actually received over here in the United States. And some of them were really, really good. Some of them were, you know, mediocre. Over in Japan, they're probably thinking, oh yeah, this game's probably nothing. Over here, we'll probably freaking beg to have this game. Like, this game is pretty amazing. What the hell? I died and I'm just floating off into the sky. So yeah, this game's a little over the top, but yeah, at least it's fun to play. As you can see, I'm actually going back and playing this game over and over. It's actually pretty fun. It's actually quite addictive for the most part. The more you play it, the more you get better at it. It's like one of those games you might have to play over and over to master it. Looks like I'm getting a little bit further this time. Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. The game seems like it could be a little fast-paced like Sonic the Hedgehog at times. Where the hell am I going? What the hell? It's like a little hidden area right here. Alright, so now we're getting different enemies right here. And I died. It looked like, almost like Biff. Flying some vehicle that was up in the air. So they definitely gave it the futuristic look from Back to the Future 2, which is awesome. And those appear to be the 16-bit version of the Nike Back to the Future sneakers. Look at that. There's also a Telltale Back to the Future game that released recent that's also pretty good. It's like a point-and-click type game. It's on 360, PS3, and I believe it's on the newer consoles as well. It's on Steam also. But yeah, this Super Nintendo game is quite rare. Only released in Japan, and it's pretty interesting that it never released in the United States. It's kind of strange. This is actually, out of that era, 16-bit and 8-bit era, this is probably the best Back to the Future game available.